Welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. I hope you guys are rocking out whatever goals, hopes, dreams, plans, ambitions you have and are making it happen. Happy hump day. Let's get her. This month up until the 15th, the doTERRA's free product of the month is Clementine. Clementine is an awesome smelling citrus oil. It's really more of a calm, toned down version of regular citruses. Quickly about Clementine, you can take it aromatically, topically, and internally, as well as applying it neat. Just watch with photosensitivity when you're putting it on and going out in the sun. Fun fact, Clementine is a hybrid between mandarin and sweet orange. All right. Cool stuff about mandarin. So if you're interested in getting your hands on some free stuff, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you set up for sure. I have just launched a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course. If you or somebody you know of is interested in getting access, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch. I'm super excited to get that into the hands, or the computers, I guess if you will, of people. That's all I've got for the updates. What I wanted, let's get into today's topic. Yes, let's do it. May is actually Bladder Cancer Awareness Month. So the month where we bring up awareness around bladder health and what we can do to sort of make sure that we're keeping it flowing, I guess, right? Making sure everything is good and working the way it is supposed to. So that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help me sort of keep mine flowing regularly, if you will. And I wanted to share them with you. Hopefully you get some value. Hopefully you figure out some tips that you can incorporate into your life on helping your bladder. These are things that I think that I incorporate into my life, and I seriously think you should consider incorporating some, if not all of these, into your life. So let's get right into it. Number one, drink more water. This is really only for the people that don't drink enough water. Right, there is people out there that do drink more than enough, but when we're talking about enough water, 6 to 8 8-ounce glasses per day. That's what we're talking about. One thing I was taught more than anything is we're looking for roughly half your body weight in ounces per day. So for me, I'm roughly in the 200-pound range. I would be looking for about 100 ounces of water per day. So if we're dividing that, right, 8-ounce glasses, 10 of them would be 80 ounces. So for me, 8, 16 would be 96. I would be looking for more in the 12, maybe 13, 8-ounce glass range per day, right? Just to give you sort of a reference point on what you should aim for consuming. If you weigh less, obviously you want to try and consume less, but if you weigh more, you might want to try and consider drinking more. Got lost in my thought there. Different ways that we can incorporate water into our routine, right? Drinking, though there's new bottles that came out. I don't know how new they are, but they're new for me. I just saw them. They're time stamped, I guess if you will, on the carry and go bottles. So it's how many liters you should be drinking per day, and that's actually a really cool thing to look at, right? It gives you some motivation. Exponent Cow 222, hello. Thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here on the show. I hope I can provide you some value and or some entertainment. Hope you're doing awesome. We are talking bladder health. May is Bladder Cancer Awareness Month, so we are giving tips on how to help keep your bladder flowing, if you will. Different ways to incorporate water, right? Those bottles, those are cool. I really like them. It's really a motivational factor. You can see where you're going through your your water progressions through the day. I'm good, great, grand. I'm so glad to hear that. That's awesome. So much going on nowadays. It's good to hear that people are still doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Other ways, this is actually what I wanted to talk about more than anything with drinking water, is we as people are roughly 60% water. So that's where we need to be consuming water a little bit more than anything else on a daily basis. That's why we talk about incorporating it into our day-to-day lives. I'm 13. I think my bladder is okay. That is a great way to think. I hope it is too at 13. I very much hope that you're doing what you can to keep your bladder working on a daily basis. I remember when I was about 13, I bruised my urethra and I started peeing blood, and that is not fun. Not at all. So just watch out that way. Other different ways to incorporate water could be to focus on the foods that you're eating. Cucumbers, celery, watermelon, right? Right away. And these are different foods that have water in them that you could be eating that have very little calories. I believe, is it celery? Has so little calories in it that you actually burn calories while you're eating it. So, I mean, you know, you're losing weight while eating. Sign me up for that diet. Yep, I can do that. I can eat with the best of them. So that's where we want to, look at different ways where we're incorporating water. If you don't like the taste of water, I would strongly suggest do something to enhance the flavor of it. I like cucumber, but celery is okay. Hey, I'm with you on that one, man. Cucumber's awesome. But celery, with the right ranch dip, yeah. It is true, you burn more calories eating celery. Yes, all right, thank you. Thank you for that. I very much appreciate you following up with my information to make sure that it is beneficial for everybody watching it. Thank you so much for that. But that's actually a cool way. You can add stuff like cucumbers into your water, lemon slices, lime slices, right? Orange slices, I guess, again, if you will. But that's different ways to make your water taste well, right? You could also consider adding essential oils. Clementine is the free product of the month this month. When I talk about taking essential oils internally, I'm talking specifically a company called doTERRA. I do not know about any other company's essential oils, so please do not go to your local health food store, buy an essential oil, and use it internally, because I do not know what it is in there. doTERRA, I know, like, and trust, and I guess I trust that they are 100% pure quality and able to be internally consumed. There's sometimes, and then at the end of the day, right, you really need to just make the commitment to understand that, a side tip, right, sugary drinks, pops, stuff like that, can actually slow down your metabolism and not actually give your body any real way to absorb the fluids from that kind of drinks. It can, it doesn't always, but it can. So that's a different, just something to know about, carbonated drinks and sodas and stuff like that. How do you know so much about this? I am actually a certified essential oil expert, so I know, I took a course on about essential oils and how they help the body and different ways. I'm actually also a, what am I? I am a wellness advocate is what I'm considered. And so I actually know, I took courses on how different body systems work and stuff like that, and ways to, and I've actually been doing this for about 10 years now, so I got a little bit of knowledge. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So, not too much more I can say about water. Drink it. Trust me. It's good for you. It's great. Number 2 is to go when you need to. And by this I'm talking about to the bathroom. Go pee. Nice. Yes, thank you. Go when you need to. Don't really, unless you have to, don't hold it in for too much longer than you need to. When you're, especially nowadays, right, with all of us being at home, it's a lot easier to go right when you need to. A lot of times it's not that easy to just get up out of your workplace and go. For me, I work on the line, right? So I'm not, for me, I need to have somebody cover my job in order for me to go to the bathroom. So it's not that easy when I'm at work. You've been doing this for nearly as long as I've been alive. Yes, I guess I have, yes. Actually, it's probably closer to like 12 years, so can't go when I need to because teachers don't let me leave to go at school. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, is you're not always able to go right at the current moment. Like I mentioned, at my job, I need somebody to cover me in order to be able to go. So that really, it makes me sort of conscious a little bit more about what I'm drinking. But, that's where you need to understand that holding it for too long is not as good, or is not good for you. It really just keeps you bent or pent up. Think of it like a balloon, right? Your bladder is like a balloon, so it can only expand to so long before it's, it explodes and it starts, and that's where over an extended period of time, it can really lead to problems in your urinary tract and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that you can't go right when you need to because of school and whatnot. Trust me, I'm in the exact same boat in terms of at my job. So it's sorry, gotta go. All right, adios, amigo. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay strong, stay safe. Rock on. But that's what I'm trying to say is that, at a certain point, you need to go and you need to release it. And whether or not you are where you need to be, and sometimes it's just coming, right? So that's where, do what you can. I really like that analogy. I actually just thought of that. Think about your bladder as a balloon, right? And it can only expand to so far before it starts coming out. And it's coming out whether you like it or not. Number 3, exercise regularly. This one is good for an overall wellness experience. By regularly, I'm talking about, the health organization of everybody recommends that we get 60 minutes of movement per day. That's not always possible for the regular average person. For me, at my job, I work 10 hours a day, and then, we're sleeping for at least 7-8 hours, right? So that's 17-18 hours that's already committed. Even more along the lines of like 19 hours when talking about commute time back and forth, right? So if I'm only left with 5 hours out of the day, it's very hard for me to get an hour every single day to get some movement, right? To get some exercise. That's where we need to fit it in wherever we can. But at the same time, you really need to, just focus on doing what you can, right? If you can do 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, do that, right? And then keep doing that overall on a day, or over and over on a daily basis. This is where I'm talking about, we need to do stuff on a daily basis in order to keep ourselves healthy and well throughout our lives, right? That's why I really hate diets and the term diet, because a diet has an expiration date, and as soon as you start looking and feeling the way that you want to, you stop with the diet, and then you go back to the way that you used to be, live, eat, and do things, and then it's a cycle back and forth, right? So you're right off the bat putting yourself in a hole because you're not changing your lifestyle. You're just changing a little bit until you get the results that you want, and then you're going to go back to the way that you used to be, and the cycle will just keep continuing. Exercising regularly, I'm talking about on a daily basis, every day for the rest of your life, right? This is something that needs to be a part of whatever you're doing. And, even if you can't do it every day, every other day, every third day, right? Couple times a week, build up to it, right? and especially if it's been a while since you've been exercising, you're not going to start right today exercise for, you know, an hour every single day, because you're going to either A, get really tired, or B, lose motivation and not really care too much, or C, a combination of both. And then it's going to be really hard for you to get back into it, knowing that what you went through before. So, you know, regular exercise, what you can on a daily basis, little ways to fit in fitness, things like parking further from the door at the grocery store, you know, walking where you would normally drive to places around your house, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, little things that we can incorporate into our daily lives to help our body perform at an optimal level. Number 4, clean cautiously. This one I'm talking about wiping and showering. When we're wiping, we want to do the front to the back, and we want to make sure that we're not getting our excrement on our genitals, and then having that sit in our pants or our underwear all day. So just keep that in mind. For me, I actually got baby wipes. I love using the baby wipes, and be that as it may, I mean, I love it. You know, you go and you wipe and everything's, you know, fine and dandy, and then you go once over with the baby wipe, right, just to clean everything out, just to, for me, I get the flushable ones, right, so you don't need to worry too much about the garbage. But yeah, just as like an extra clean, an extra layer of it, getting everything out, you know, it's like, think of it as like a washcloth, right? You're getting all the nooks and crannies out, if you will. Another one is the way that you shower. Watch using you know, tough soaps and and body washes, different types of scrubbers, right? Could be very irritating to your area, and that's where we want to make sure that we're washing. First of all, on a daily basis, at least, you know, at least every other day, I think. Nowadays is kind of iffy, optional, I guess, if you will. But, you know, at least, you know, every other day, every day if you can. And really making sure that you're washing all of your parts, all of your areas, getting into your genitals, right? Making sure that your anus is clean, right? Don't be afraid of it. It's got to be done, right? If you don't do it, it's only going to build up bacteria, and it's going to be really gross after the fact, right? So do what you can as a preventative measure. Like I said, baby wipes for me was a lifesaver, and then also watch when you're cleaning. Just be very cautious about all of the areas. Get it all good, and don't use too rough of I guess scrubber is the best word I can come up with. Number 5, eat healthy. This one, at the end of the day, food is health, food is medicine. We want to be eating for wellness, right? We don't want to be eating fast food all day, every day, as much as nowadays the thing is supporting small businesses, right? And as much as we want to, home-cooked meals are where it's at, and at the end of the day, it's fruits and vegetables that you need to be focusing on. As much as you want to try and get at least 7 servings of fruits and vegetables per day, but you also want to be considering incorporating supplements. We can't always eat the amount of vitamins and minerals that we need on a daily basis, so therefore we should consider taking supplements to sort of help that, to help supplement our body with the nutrition that it needs. What are we talking? A multivitamin, some sort of fish oil, maybe a vitamin C capsule, vitamin D also, maybe some sort of, there was something else there. Come on, antioxidant support, right? So that's what we're talking about in terms of supplements. But also, right, eating healthy, too much red meat is not a good thing. Watch all the processed fats that you're putting into it, grease. Consider using olive oil, right, instead of butter and things like that. So this is just different ways that you could consider eating healthier. Definitely make sure that you eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day and should be forefront on your mind at all mornings. think of it realistically as the break of the fast of sleeping, right? You need to, if you're sleeping for a long period of time, you need to eat, you need to replenish your fluids, and your ability to perform. And at the end of the day, you really need to make a conscious effort to understand that your body is fueled by the nutrients that you put in it. As we're exercising for an hour a day. If we're exercising for an hour a day, that still leaves 23 hours in the day that we need to focus on what we're eating and what we're putting in our body. If we're only exercising for half an hour, right, that's 23 and a half hours in the day that we need to be focusing on what we're putting in our mouths, what we're putting in our bodies, and making sure that it's food to fuel us instead of food to make us tired and agitated and irritated. Eat for health. Sometimes you just gotta suck it up. My last tip more than anything is essential oils. Essential oil like juniper berry is actually a really great oil derived from the Confucius tree. Juniper berry has a rich history of traditional uses and can act as a cleansing agent and a skin toner. So you can tell right away that juniper berry is used for cleansing, right? And really sort of a detoxification, if you will. And my next oil that I have is clove bud. Clove bud is actually a very antibacterial oil. What did I have here? I had something for it. But I love using, clove bud is normally used in toothpaste and stuff like that. But, yes, there you go. Clove bud is known for its renowned cleansing properties, another cleansing oil. And then the last one that I have more than anything is the Zendocrine, which is the detoxification blend expertly created to help cleanse and support the body's systems. So every now and then, we need to put the body through a cleanse and a detoxification, and that's why I love using Zendocrine as sort of an all-in-one blend of oils that help cleansing properties and detoxify your overall gut health. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.